I've been thinking about death, and that's probably very normal for somebody my age. But I've been thinking about it not as a final end, but as a transition. And I admit that in my 20s and 30s, I thought the idea of an afterlife was pretty stupid. Basically, just trying to comfort yourself that you're going to come to an end. But the fact that death exists, the fact that we're born, we live, we make a lot of mistakes, and then we disappear, raises questions. Raises questions in my mind about what it means to do that. Does it actually point to what we're supposed to learn and how well we do learn anything? Um, I was kind of amused by Joni Mitchell saying, I don't know if I've learned anything. Here I am this age. I'm not really sure if I've learned anything. Well, I do think that's the question you start to face when you get old. Um, I admit I never thought I would get old. I always assumed that my body would keep on functioning exactly the same way it always had. I didn't see any reason why I should begin to decline physically. And yet here I am. And I do sometimes have the thought, what the hell's going on? I'm only 85. Give me a break. But the fact that we actually have to face our demise puts us in the position to ask ourselves and to wonder, what have I been doing here? What is this about? Um, well, I can't give you a final answer on that. I don't know. But what I'm talking about is how you come to a point in your life where you do start to say, what have I actually been up to in this life? Why have I been doing it? Why did I come here? And have I actually achieved anything on the soul level? Yes, I may have learned how to earn a living. I may have gotten through without too many scars. But what do I know now that I didn't know when I was 15 or even 30? What do I understand that I could help other people understand, that would help them live, that would help resolve their issues? I I think those are important questions, and I think to a certain extent that's why we go through what we go through. We have challenges, we pass or fail. When we shrink in the face of our failures and our injuries, we are going the opposite direction. I don't think that you can go through some of these travails that life puts right in our lap without either expanding or shrinking. And if you're going to expand consciousness and understanding and so on, then you've really aged well. You've actually become a wise elder. That is an accomplishment, and that could be a contribution to the world. So I think it's how you meet the bumps in the road, and some of those bumps could almost kill you. But if you live through it and you get to your 80s, even your 60s, you might actually have come through some of those challenges expanding and being a greater person, a greater version of yourself. That means you could be a real elder. You could be helpful to the fabric of living beings. Otherwise, if you're stuck in survival mode your whole life, basically all you can do is pass on some tricks of the trade you may have learned, but you don't have wisdom of the heart. That's what we're actually trying to develop, I think. I think that's why we have come here. That's why we're here. We're actually, and this culture is a huge challenge because it really tries to educate us away from the heart. So if you actually have learned to love and forgive and to be helpful to other people and to create some beauty, you're a very successful human being.